Hello, everybody. Kelly Atchison out of stampabove.com coming to you live from Menasha, Wisconsin. I am so happy to be back. I am so happy to see all of you guys in here ready to stamp with me. Oh my gosh, I feel like the luckiest person ever. So it's been a couple weeks. Good grief, so much has happened. Oh my gosh, I see Karen in here from Erie, Michigan. And Joe from the Jersey Shore. We've got Sharon and Carol Ann, Cindy from Park Rapids, Minnesota. But it's kind of chilly up there, isn't it? Robin's coming in from Pennsylvania. Randy from Michigan. Sonia's here. Mira from Iowa. I almost said Ohio. Another Cindy from Minnesota, Ohio, North Dakota, Connecticut. Marshfield, Kathy, hi, Marshfield, Wisconsin. Lots and lots and lots of people. Welcome. I hope you guys are ready to make some pretty cards tonight, or at least learn how to make some pretty cards. I've got some great cards lined up for you. It's snowing in Maine. Yeah, it snowed here while I was out in Vegas, where it was close to 80 degrees. So we had a backstage event, which is a conference for leaders out in Las Vegas. We stayed at the Red Rock Resort and Casino. Oh my gosh, such a pretty, pretty place. The conference was fabulous. The company was even better. Just what I needed was some time with my besties, some downtime, some business time. I learned a lot. We had probably the best training that I've ever been to about AI and Chat GPT. Game changer. We learned all kinds of great tips. Linda, thank you so much. You're so sweet. And yeah, just lots of good information, lots of great presenters. It was a lot of fun. One of my team members presented. And of course, almost everybody that presented I knew. So that's always fun to cheer them on and to hear what they have to say. They share tips about what they do in their business, what works for them, what they're trying out. So it's there was a little bit of stamping. We got to do some make and takes, and it's more of a business, not a lot of stamping at this event. Now, we are going to be in Long Beach, California in, I think, April, maybe. There's another conference there called On Stage. And during that conference is where there's lots and lots of creative presentations and showing us how to use new products and all kinds of tips and tricks. And most of it is put on, well, it's put on by Stampin' Up, but most of the people that are demonstrating are other demonstrators. So I love watching other demonstrators in action. I can pick up so many tips, tricks, all kinds of good stuff to come back and share with you guys. So looking forward to that one. But this one was really fun. And of course, we traveled while we had all the delays and the government was shut down. And I only had a little bit of a problem getting home Friday. I flew from Vegas to Detroit, and then I have to jump the pond, which is Lake Michigan, from Detroit over to Appleton, which is about a half an hour flight. Well, my flight got delayed twice, and they said it was due to maintenance, but once we got on the plane, it really wasn't maintenance. It was, they didn't have any flight crew. So they brought in a flight crew to do our little jump across the pond. And I only got home an hour later than I was expected. So that was pretty good. Mr. Steve was very happy to see me. I haven't seen him in about a month, except passing on the freeway as I was headed to my mom's house and he was headed home from hunting. So he was pretty happy. I was happy to be home. And then the kids came over last night and I got to play with Dawson and Valerie. And luckily, Valerie fell asleep on the couch. So she got to stay overnight. And in the middle of the night, I always sleep in the living room with her. In the middle of the night, she crawled up in the chair with me. So I got lots of good snuggle time. Dawson wants to know when it's going to be his turn to be with Granny alone. So I got to make that happen. But the kids are good. Everybody's good. Haley's been sick for the last several days, but she's feels good on and off and then not good again. So hopefully that ends, because we have our opening gun hunting in Wisconsin starts next Saturday. So we have to be healthy for that. And we're trying to work out all the details for that, who's going to sit where and what stand. And I just found out today, my mom has a stand that we call the Palace. It is up on telephone poles. It sits way high up in the air, and it's like a house on stilts. And I found out today that I am going to be sitting in the Palace with Val and Dawson, because we always take the babies out there for hunting, or we try to. And this year we're going to be in a little house that has heat and lots of fun. And Haley said today she's going to send paints along with them so they can paint the inside walls with all of their artwork, which I think is a fantastic idea. So looking forward to that. And of course, I've got to make sure that they have their, what do you call those? I don't want to call them headphones, but the muffs that you put over the ears, so that, if I have to shoot at something, they don't get their eardrums blown out by the big, So yeah, got to get all the details worked out. I also said that it might be a good time for iPads. Haley is very particular about not letting the kids be on. They don't have screen time much at all, like hardly at all, because it just zones them out and rots their brains. That's what we say. So not a lot of screen time going on there, but I think next weekend will be a good time for some screen time, because that'll keep them occupied and a little more quiet. Not that I expect to see anything. I used to sit in the stand. Yes, noise silencing headphones. Well, they're not. They need the protective, like when you go to the gun range and shoot, you put on the headphones so that you don't hear it so loud. Yes, Wendy says she remembers showing the Palace from years ago. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So we're kind of excited about that. And thank you guys all so much for all the cards and the prayers and well wishes for my mom. For those of you that may not be aware, we lost her on October 31st. And so it's been kind of a whirlwind since then, trying to get things back to some type of normalcy, which, who knows how long that takes, right? But thank you all so much. I have got a box of mail that Valerie started helping me open today. And it's a big job. So I've got so much mail to share with you that is already open, because for the last few weeks I was at my mom's house and I wasn't taking my mail with me, but I was opening it when I would pop home and run back. So I've got some great stuff to show you, some really cool things, some beautiful cards. Well, they're all beautiful, right? Handmade cards are all beautiful, but thank you guys so much. I just really appreciate it. Let's see. I've got a card that I need to share with you that Val made for me. There's lots of kind of funny little stories with these kids and how they have absorbed everything that's been going on lately. And you just have to giggle because it's funny. So I'll show you that when I turn my camera around. I have prizes to give away tonight. So please make sure you click that like button, that thumbs up button, whether you're watching live or watching the replay later, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. I am streaming to both locations right now, so that's always fun. And Becky says, that's what I would tell my little ones that I used to watch. I didn't like them on the iPad. Exactly. When Valerie gets a hold of the iPad, she's all done. She's all done. She's just zoned in, and it's no longer fun. It's not a fun visit anymore. It's I am completely absorbed with the iPad, and it's like, I hate it. So I had her stamping this morning. I gave her a snowflake stamp set, and I made some card bases for her and gave her some white layers for the front and the inside. She stamped snowflakes and put a sentiment on the inside. And she goes, look, Granny, look how straight it is right here at the bottom. It was perfect. And then she put tons and tons of embellishments on it. So the card probably weighs like 8 pounds. But I knew she would go crazy with the embellishments. And when we have really sparkly things that retire, I put them over here in a drawer to keep for the kids to use for whatever she wants. So, um, Diana, I don't think that when an ad comes up, you miss anything. I think it just when you click to skip the ad or you watch the ad and then it's over, you pick up where you left off. I think that's how it works. Can somebody tell me if I'm wrong about that? Yeah, let me know. So anyways, she had fun this morning. She helped me make pancakes and we cooked bacon. We had to go to the store and get bacon because I didn't have any. I thought, heck, let's just go to the store and get some bacon. So we did that. And of course, she put M&Ms on her pancake and a smiley face and then wanted whipped cream, which of course I have because like what granny doesn't have whipped cream? Now there, I'm setting the bar, you guys. And then before we put it away, she's like, can I have a little bit in my mouth? So I squirted some in her mouth. We had just a great time. That's what we have for breakfast here. Pancakes with M&Ms and whipped cream. So it was really good. Lauren says, I am right about the ad. So you guys, when an ad pops up, don't panic because when you get done with the ad and the ad is over, you come right back into where it left off. I don't think you necessarily miss anything. So, and those ads help me earn just a tiny bit for these free videos. I don't know if it's 1 cent per ad. It's pretty minuscule, but in the long run, it does add up. Connie wants to have breakfast at my house. Connie, when you come back down here from the UP, I will make you homemade buttermilk pancakes and bacon, and I will even squirt a little whipped cream in your mouth. It's getting a little weird now, right? So, what else is happening? John reports, I really have nothing. I've been gone so much. I just got home Friday night late. And I did see John pull out of his driveway. I have no idea where that man was going, but he looked like he was on a mission. Steve got back from Nebraska after I left to head to Vegas, and he did not have any luck. However, he sent me a picture of his son got a really nice buck. He sent me a picture of that, and it said above it, Steven, which is his son's name, Steven scored. And so I like sent that to all my friends, Haley, the kids. And I'm like, look what your dad got. Yeah. I thought it said Steve scored, meaning him. And so I was telling everybody he got this giant buck. And then Haley messaged me. She's like, Dad didn't get a buck like 3 days later. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, he did. Nope, it wasn't his. Yeah. So then my brother calls today and says, hey, Steve, nice buck. And Steve's like, I don't know why everybody keeps saying that. I didn't get anything. So I was spreading the rumor. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Colleen said, I just had an ad on the right side of my screen and the left was your photo. During the ad, you were talking through it. I'm sure I missed something. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how those work, but thanks for letting me know. And who said my bangs look great? Thank you. So Dina and Barb, Dina named my bangs Cousin It. So for those of you that might not know, I had a little accident with confusing some thinning scissors with some real scissors, and I cut my bangs off really short. So I have fake bangs on right now, and they do look really good, don't they? I know. And by the way, my bangs are growing out at a very nice rate. So I am hoping we're having a celebration of life for my mom on December 6th. And I'm hoping I will have real hair by then. Yeah. Yeah, this was bad timing. Bad timing. Diane said. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Nancy, I should put a little blob of whipped cream on their nose for a giggle. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but she's pretty thrilled with that whipped cream in her mouth. And Patricia says, of course, Dina did. Yeah. So Barb told me that I should wash my bangs, Cousin It. And so I did. I put some shampoo in them and washed them. And then Barb was in the bathroom at the resort blow drying cousin It, and Dina took like a picture of her doing that. It was so funny. Yeah, so lots and lots of crazy things. What did my mom say about my bangs? She just giggled and shook her head. And I'm like, I know, right? So, yeah, it was. See a professional. Put the scissors away. See a professional. Well, Luann, like I can trim my own bangs usually, just to trim a little bit of thinning, no big deal. My mom was actually a hairstylist, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but you should never have two pairs of scissors on your table at the same time because that's where I went wrong. Such a stupid thing to do, right? Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Nancy says she loved the bang accident. I know it's pretty funny, and it's just such a typical Kelly thing to do, right? Whatever. So, thank you to everybody. I've got a whole bunch of new team members. We had that fantastic promotion in October, you guys, and our team grew by leaps and bounds. So lots and lots of people joined, and I'm so thrilled to have them here to be able to participate in all the fun. Being on my team is a blast. So if anybody's interested in joining, you get a discount on your product. And if you're thinking about putting an order in that's around $100, join my team instead. You can do that for $99. You get free shipping. You get to choose $125 in any product that's available to add to your customized kit. So yeah, do that instead and you will love it. No strings attached. You don't have to stick around forever if you don't want to. But I think once people come in, they do stick around for a very long time. So it's a lot of fun. Online exclusives. I have a flyer on my blog and it's on November 11th. No, November 7th. You'll see this little graphic right here. I have a flyer that has all the new items. We had brand new products come out at the beginning of November. I think it was November 6th if I'm 4th probably. So there's some new products available to you. I'm going to be using some of them tonight. So that's kind of exciting. So you can check them out and see what they're all about. See if you need to add them to your wish list. And if not, you can just get some great measurements and layouts for some really fun cards. Connie says, Kelly's team is so fun. If you're ordering, you should get a discount. You absolutely should. And Joe agrees. Thank you so much. Back when I was little, Anne says, they cut our bangs that short on purpose. I know. They call them micro bangs, right? I know. We shouldn't do that anymore. It was a bad idea then, and it's still a bad idea now. So, new online exclusive flyer on my blog on November 7th. And we also have a brand new mini catalog coming. Oh my gosh, I got a copy of it in Las Vegas at the backstage event. You guys, so fun. I know it's always exciting when a new catalog comes out. This one has so many pretty things in it. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please get in touch with me and I will get you on my mailing list. And let me see if I can put my email. Here's my email right across the bottom of the screen. Pop me an email at that address and give me your address and I will invite you to create a Stampin' Up! Account. And that way you have to opt in to rewards. There's two things you need to opt into. Opt into both of them because they're both great. One of them is to get rewards. So anytime your order is over $20 in my online store, you get 10% in rewards to use on your next order. And then the other opt-in is so that I can get you onto my mailing list because I have Stampin' Up! Send all my catalogs out. I choose who gets them. Stampin' Up! Sends them. So pop me an email. Give me your address. I would be happy to send you the new catalog. And by the end of the month is when we close out our mailing selector for new catalogs. So make sure you do that if you need one because it's always fun. Hang on, I got to catch up with cannot wait for the new things. Sue says, I know, Sue. So just checking messages here. I told you that deer hunting starts next weekend and it goes through the following weekend. So it starts from Saturday and goes through Sunday. So I am planning on being out of town up at my mom's um, house. It's kind of weird, right? Um, for the gun hunting season. And I'm going to try to get a live, not live ready for you guys for next Sunday, if possible. I've got a lot going on this week, but I don't know if I can really do that. I'm going to give it a whirl. But tomorrow night I am live on the Stamp Happy Academy for the monthly live that I do there. So if you are not a member of the Stamp Happy Academy and you would like to check out those details, you can go to stamphappyacademy.ning.com and take a look at that because it's super fun. Let's see. I'm going to put the graphic up there. Maybe there. Oh, it's in the top right corner. It's really little. But being a part of the Stamp Happy Academy is super fun. Dina Barb and I run this website, and we provide a minimum 3 lives a month. You also get Stamp Happy Party, which is Dina Barb and I stamping together. That's taking place on Wednesday night. So if you placed an order in October with me over $35, you're going to get an email with a link to the private Stamp Happy Party class that is Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Central. So watch for that. Lots of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Lots and lots of stuff. So I'm just reading through. SHA is a dream for us card makers. Thank you so much, Joe. It's so fun. There's hundreds and hundreds of cards and classes on there. So you will absolutely love it. Okay. I'll try to get a live, not live done for next Sunday. I will try. And you know what? Maybe if I can't do that, maybe I can get some more mail opened and I can show you all the cards that are coming in because I get the best ideas from you guys sending me cards. And I'm pretty sure that you guys love to see the cards that I'm getting too. So all the projects that I'm creating tonight will be on my blog at www.astampabove.com. Probably about 10:30ish tonight is when I can get everything done and publish that post for the projects. It'll have all the dimensions, still photos, and a complete shopping list. So if you're like, what color ink did she use there? It'll tell you in that shopping list, which is really nice. I'm also doing my online technique club card. I got a little behind for October. So I'm doing the card for all the Online Technique Club members, I should say, for October tonight. So that's going to be really fun. I've got a great technique for you guys. And have you been enjoying the 12 weeks of holidays series that I've been sending out every Thursday to all my newsletter subscribers? Who has been enjoying that? I have been posting 2 projects to you every Thursday if you're on my newsletter list. And it's a card with a matching 3D item. And so 2 of those, 2 cards, 2 matching 3D items every Thursday. So if you're not on my newsletter list, please make sure you get in touch with me. If you're on YouTube, right under this video, Online Technique Club information and newsletter sign up. So Deb, thank you so much. Everybody's like, I love them. I enjoy them. Me. Yes. So thank you so much for saying that. It is a lot of fun because they have pictures, they have directions, they have a complete ingredient list, and they have dimensions. So even if you don't have the stamp set that I used, or maybe you don't need a Christmas card, maybe your Christmas cards are done, you could still use the layout and have all the dimensions and use it with something else. So it's a really great way to make it easier for you to create cards. Okay, I think that I am ready to turn my camera around and show you some pretty things. Oh, I've got prizes. So I'm going to turn my camera around. Hang tight. Oops. What do I need to do? Hang on. I'm a little rusty. There we go. Okay. This looks a little risque. Don't worry. It's not. Like, what is that on Kelly's desk? I got to get my prizes over here. So Valerie had to make me a card, and kids are so cute. So this is from her little nails. This is an insert from a thing that her little stick-on nails came in, I think. 4 years. Oh no, this was actually from her Halloween makeup. So the makeup came inside of this little card. So she made this card and she asked her mom and dad how to spell everything. Look at how cute this is. It says, I love you, Valerie. I'm hope you are okay that Gigi died. And look at that. So what's really cute about this is Haley told me that she kept getting Val to say it a little differently. A little different. But Val was adamant that this is the way it needed to be said. I'm hope you are okay that Gigi died. And how stinking cute is this? And she had to give this to me before I went on my trip to Vegas so that I could take it with me. So you know where that went. It went right to Vegas with me, along with the little Ziploc bag that I have that has a piece of bark in it and two blades of grass that she gave me before I went on another trip that I had to take with me. So this is going to go in with the piece of bark. She ripped a piece of bark off the tree. We were out in the front yard and gave it to me to take with me on one of my trips. So I know, right? Kids are so funny. So I have to tell you this other kind of cute little story. So Haley was very, very upfront with the kids about what was happening with Gigi. And so they were very prepared. This wasn't like some big surprise for them when she passed away. But they came up the weekend after, and her chair was empty. It sat empty, like nobody was sitting in it. So I finally went over and sat in her chair. And Dawson looked over at me like with all seriousness, and he goes, Granny, are you pretending to be Gigi? How could you not laugh at that, right? Oh my gosh, these kids, they're so hysterical. There were some other really cute things that they said too, and I'll share them with you at some point, but not tonight. Okay, let me get my glasses on here. And I'm going to put this in a safe place so I can put it in with the bark and the blades of grass that are now tiny little pieces because they dried up and broke. This was another card that I did that you guys can find on my blog. Again, www.astampabove.com. This is triple time stamping, and this was part of the Totally Techniques design team blog hop that I did it posted on October 31st. So triple stamping, and then you take it apart and put layers back under each one of these white panels. Aren't these so fun? This is the Stay Warm stamp set. Sending warm hugs. Isn't that so cute? And I just did it in 3 different colors. So yeah, just wanted to make sure you guys didn't miss that. All of the dimensions for this and a video tutorial is on there. Plus a blog hop where if you scroll down to the bottom of my blog, there's some little icons at the bottom. You click on one of them, it'll take you to the next website where everybody used the triple time stamping technique. So it's a great way to get a bunch of different ideas using the same technique. Super, super fun. Okay, prizes. Here we go. Oh, I usually do the prizes when I'm in front of the camera. I forgot. Valerie wanted to see the prizes today because she did the prizes when she was a guest stamper, if you guys will recall. And so when I showed her these, she goes, oh, those are so cool. These are so cool. So these are the adhesive back lightning and stars. For commenting on my last video, I have Sheila Powell of Hardinsburg, Kentucky. These are coming your way. So thank you all for everybody who commented, clicked on that like button. Please make sure you do that tonight, whether you're watching live again or the replay. That helps me out tremendously. Next up, I have the Swirls and Curls Textured Embossing Folder. Now, this was donated by Donna Manning. Donna, thank you so much. This is for sharing my videos. So if you could click on that share button, you should see it someplace on your screen, and just share this video to your personal profile, Instagram, wherever it asks you when you click the share button. This prize is going out to Cynthia Wadasek of Lost Creek, West Virginia. Some fun on its way to you, Cynthia. Thank you guys all for sharing. I really, really appreciate it. And then, wow, I've got a big one tonight. I've got a whole bundle I'm giving away. This is the Go-To Greetings stamp set and the Go-To Greetings dies. And I don't remember what these look like, so we're going to take a look at them. Now, this is for everybody who places orders with me. Oh, look at all those labels. Ah! Everybody who places orders with me gets entered into a drawing. And this happens to be the prize. It's a different prize, of course, every week. This is the prize. Let me see if I can get this back in here. Oh, I can't. I'll try that later. This also was donated by Donna Manning. Brand new stamp set here. Donna, thank you so much. This is going to somebody who will really enjoy it. Carrie Roscom of Neenah, Wisconsin. This is on its way to you. So congratulations to everybody. Thank you to everybody for your likes, shares, comments, and orders. They are so appreciated. All right. Let me put those over there so I don't lose them. I got to take a drink. What are you guys drinking tonight? Let's see. What am I making first? I'll do my technique first. I am drinking my strawberry lemonade, of course, because, you know, that's what I drink. I'm pretty, do I want to say boring in that respect? I am a creature of habit. How about that? Not opposed to trying new things, but I had two margaritas while we were in Las Vegas, and our casino had a special. I think it was $1.99 margaritas, so we ordered two, and they weren't very good. So that was a bummer. Yeah. All right. Let me get out all these goodies. We are going to be using some new products tonight. I'm really excited to share these with you. And again, they are from the new online exclusives that came out on November 4th, I believe. I'm close to that. So, let me hang this up here. I got to put my dimensions up here so I look super smart and I sound like I really know what I'm talking about. Most of the time I do, but sometimes it's iffy. So I've got Early Espresso Pecan Pie. These are brand new. These are called Earthy Matte Dots. And I've got the, I didn't put the label on the end. That makes me mad. 3 banner punch, I believe this is called. It's got 3 banners and 1 punch. And it goes with, it's a bundle with the banner sayings. So all of these little sentiments fit in this punch in whatever banner you'd like to put them in. So that's fun. Oh, by the way, I think I didn't mention last time that we have new packaging now. So our stamps are photopolymer, and they're going to come in these sleeves instead of these hard cases. So for those of you that are have issues with storage space, these are going to be really nice because, like, how many of these sleeves can you get in a little container versus these? So I'm liking them so far. It's a change, and it's, change is hard to get used to, but I do like them. So we've got the banner sayings bundle here. I am using the right words for the inside of my card. And by the way, this is a gift card holder, so it's coming at a perfect time, right? We need lots of gift card holders, especially during the holidays. So we're going to use the right words here. I'm also using a large square from the Stylish Shapes dies. And then here comes the star of my card. Oh my gosh, you guys know that I love a masculine stamp set, and this certainly fits the bill. We've got the Outdoor Adventure stamp set and corresponding dies. So these are really, really fun. That's going to be the main part of our card. Now, like I said, this card is part of it is the project for my online technique club for the month. So here we go. Let's get this rolling. Oh, and I can't forget a spritzer. Now our spritzers spray, they're called Stampin' Spritzer, and they spray a very, very fine mist. You get 2 in a package, and I love these because lots of times when you get a mister or a sprayer, it kind of is globby with the water. These are really nice and fine spray. All right, I have a medium size envelope here. And I've got my basic beige, which is 4 1/4 by 11. I'm using Misty Moonlight, that's 4 by 5 1/4, and I've got a little scrap here. Oh, somebody said they like my nails. Thank you very much. I got these press-on nails, and I put them on before I went to Vegas. I've never used them before, but that's what this nail is right here, the glittery one. Some of them fell off like just in the last day or so. So they did pretty good. These are all painted because I took the rest of them off and painted them. But this is stickers. So if you guys have ever thought about using those stick-on nails where you're like, oh, I don't know. But they were like $10. And I really kind of like them. And they lasted pretty well. Okay. I've also got a scrap of pecan pie. I still want to call it soft suede, but it's pecan pie. And then the Need for Tweed Designer Series paper. I'm going to use this side right here. So first thing we're going to do is, let me see. Let me get out all my little bits and pieces here. Oh, I know. We're going to do, well, we'll stamp last because we've got to do some other things here. How about if we do some die cutting? And, oh, you know what else I need? I'm going to grab a little circle punch, so hang tight here. Here's my 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Just any type of a circle punch or die will work fine. So I'm going to get out my dies. And you can see that the stamp set has some fun words in it. Adventure, let's explore the great outdoors. It's also got some neat little stamp elements, the trees, a fox, and an elk. That's an elk. And then we've got some mountains for the dies, some boots, like hiking boots, arrows, a little like sign. You can cut out the fox, the trees, and the elk. And then you've got a background for the hiking boots. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the hiking boots. And here's what I did. These are 2 pieces. There's an outside one. And the outside one, I am going to die cut on the blue. So we're going to die cut this one and this one on the blue. And then the detailed one, which you can see right here, I put on tape. I am going to die cut these, and then I'm going to take this back and put it back on here. Whoops, you got to make sure the blade is going to cut. So make sure you put it the right way. I almost put it backwards. The blade, right? I'm going to put that back on here, and then I'm going to die cut it with my square on the pecan pie. So I'm going to die cut both of these, die cut those. And whoops, hang tight because I have that done. Oh, and I think I'm missing something here too, but I know where it is. Okay, so here comes, put these on here. Here comes my boots and the detailed part. So we got boots and detailed part. Ooh, I see I've still got a little piece right in here. Okay. And I am also going to grab my silicone craft sheet, and we're going to glue these together. So if you're new to this, you haven't seen this yet, put some glue down here. And then I'm going to put glue on the back of these detailed hiking boots. This is a little pastry brush. right? Is that what they call it? Pastry brush? And Barb taught me about this. You cut the bristles short and then you use it for glue. And it works really, really good. I was using a sponge dauber, but you can take this and you can just peel off you don't even have to wash it. You can peel off the glue right off of the silicone brush. So I'll bring that back in here and show it to you again. The bristles were longer. I just chopped them off with scissors. And then you just rub it when it's dry and the glue comes right off of there. So it's pretty cool. Pretty handy little tool. Okay, so we've got those done. Then we've got our square done. And by the way, I'll tell you how big this square is because I know somebody will want to know. It is 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. So we've got our square done. And then I've got one more. Oh, hang on, you guys. I've got one more set of dies that I need. And I think I put them back. And oh, maybe they're in here. I might have used them one. Nope. Hang on. I got to grab them. In there. These are the Creative Haven dies. So let me show you these. Get this out of the way. That's what these dies look like. So I am going to be using this large banner. There's a couple little leaf things in here and then some dies to put holes in any of these that you want. And this really nice banner. So that's what I used on the Need for Tweed Designer Series paper. So I just put this right on the scrap and I die cut that. So here's that one. Okay, so we have all of these ready. Here's my scrap bag. We're going to do some scoring on this. We are going to score this at 2 1/4. Remember, this is 11 by 4 1/4 basic page. 2 1/4 and 5 1/2. And all of these dimensions will be found on my blog later. Okay, so this gets folded. And then that other score line is going to be my gift card holder. And you see what I'm seeing? Look at all these little marks. That's my fingernail polish. So dang it, won't do that again. Or I should put some clear on, right? Yeah. Nancy. Oh, Joe, why are you almost spitting out your drink? What did Nancy say? What did she do? Did you use the scissors? Nancy, you always make me laugh. I did not use the scissors that I cut my bangs off with. But thank you for asking. I love you. If you can't have a sense of humor, you should stay home. Right? That's exactly right. Okay, now let's do some stamping. So we're going to do this. I'm just going to set these over here. We need to stamp on here. And I forgot that I need Misty Moonlight. So add that to our ink colors. Misty Moonlight. And we are going to, by the way, Packers won today. I've got my Green Bay Packers shirt on and my Packer earrings I forgot to share with you. But they did win. I'm going to use the outdoors. So what I did on my Misty Moonlight layer is I just came right here. I started right here and I stamped outdoors. And then I went over about right here and stamped it again. And then I came back and stamped it there. And then I'm going to come down here and stamp it right here. Whoops, I missed it a little bit there. Dang it. I might have to start over. Hang on. Let me stick my head right over this and we'll see. Good grief, look at that. I am a professional. I love saying that. And I'm going to do another one about right here. And then another one right here. So basically what I'm doing is making my own Designer Series paper here, pretty much. And then this is going to go right in the middle. So I don't really need to stamp any more of those, right? Because we're good. So I'm going to put my banner in here. I'm just going to put that right over here. There we go. So we're done with this. Now we're going to bring our basic beige back in here. I'm going to put this away. And now I'm going to bring in my early espresso. And I took the sentiment from the Right Words, which, by the way, I searched for at least a half an hour today. I went through my bookshelf. I went through my boxes of new product because I kind of keep things separated by that. 3-4 times all over my desk, under my desk. Some things got cleaned up, kept looking, looked everywhere. 3 times back to the same places. It was on my bookshelf. So that was fun. I was really mad because I use this stamp set a lot. Like, I really like it. So I mounted my To Someone We're Celebrating Every Single Day and Happy Birthday on the same block because that makes things easy. And I did test it out to make sure that I had it spaced nicely and centered. So once you get that done, though, you can just continually use it, right? And then I am going to, I think I'm going to use that again, but not right away. Pecan pie. I'm going to come in here. This is the inside of my card. And I'm going to bring these trees in here. And trees usually aren't pecan pie, but this is my card and I can make them any color that I want. And that's what I'm doing. Oh, she's sassy, isn't she? Don't let me forget to do my envelope. I don't want to forget my envelope. Okay, so we've got the inside of our card here. Now I'm going to grab a little tear and tape. Let me see. Where's my gift card? Right here. I just want to make sure that I have plenty of room, and I do. Keep that tear and tape over at the edge here. I'm going to put that right in here. And I recommend using something stronger than glue or a regular tape runner because this is folded and it wants to pop open. That's what cardstock does, is it wants to go back to its original form. So something just a little bit stronger is a good tip. Okay, so, and I happen to have Harley Davidson motorcycles. Woo woo. And there's where our gift card is going to go. Now, I have to bring back the scrap because I am going to use this little sign or pointer. So I'm going to cut a strip. And you'll see why in just a second. Like, why are you doing that? Because I don't need to punch out these other ones. I only need to punch that one out. So I just need a little strip of my scrap. And I'm going to bring in the Celebrate, which is from the banner sayings. We've got Celebrate, Sending My Love, Cue the Confetti. I love that one. Here's to you. I can't thank you enough. You're the sweetest. I'm so grateful. You are loved. Consider yourself hugged. Wishing you good times. Happy birthday. You did it. I'm here for you. And thanks a million. 14 different sentiments in here. So I'm grabbing the Celebrate because this is a birthday card. And I am going to stamp that right on my scrap and get that right in here and get that centered. Oops, there we go. Punch that out. So here's my little Celebrate. Now, I also cut just a tiny little sliver of pecan. So I'm going to take, I'm going to take and put a little bit of glue right here. Maybe a little bit more. Come on, little glue. I don't want to squeeze too much out there. I'm going to leave a little bit sticking up above my banner because now I've turned it into a sign. Isn't that cute? I love this. This is so fun. And we're going to put that on the inside of our card and we're going to put it right over here. So I'm going to take it and cut it about right there. Oh, it's a little long, so I'm going to cut a little bit more off of it. And there's my little sign. So this is going to decorate the inside of my gift card holder. Just like that. Hello, Shannon. I see you popping in here. I just looked over at my comments. And now I'm going to put my hiking boots in here. And this is just a really neat little embellishment. It's pretty manly, right? Now, this would be fine for not a man, but a woman or a girl or a little kid who likes to hike too. But how fun is that, right? Okay, now what you got going on here, Kelly? Because this is all a little weird, right? Like, this is kind of a different way to make a card. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring this in here and I'm going to put it right here on the front. And see how that is our front. So I'm going to take my glue and put it on this part. And then we're going to bring this in here and we're going to center it on the whole thing. Here we go. Okay, so here's our card. Now we have to do something with this, and this is where the technique is going to come in. Oh, I gotta use that. Let me move some of the stuff over to the side so I don't have so much stuff piled up everywhere. Don't let me forget my envelope. Oh, I gotta do 2 envelopes because I didn't make one for my original sample. So what we're gonna do with this is the faux suede technique. That's the technique we're going to do. So I've die cut this piece, but you could just have a layer of cardstock. It doesn't need to be a die cut. And I'm going to spray it with a little water. And now I'm taking my fingernails and pressing them in. You need to scrunch this up. And this is just how I do it. I'm pressing my fingernails into this cardstock. I know this part is scary because we never want to like crinkle our cardstock, right? It's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But we're going to do that. We're going to crinkle it. You don't want to spray too much water on it. You don't want it drenched. We're going to crinkle up our cardstock. And then once we have it sufficiently crinkled up like that, we're going to grab our bone folder and you're going to pull on it like you're curling ribbon. You guys know what I mean? Curling ribbon. And what we're doing in the process here is we're breaking down the fibers of paper. And I learned all these fun little things about paper because I happen to live in the paper valley. Wisconsin is very, very well known for being a paper industry state. And as a matter of fact, Steve was a pipe fitter, steam fitter all his life. And he worked at almost all the paper mills around here as a steam fitter with the local union. He would go into these big paper mills and they would do shutdowns where they turned off a paper machine. And then all these pipe fitters and all these mechanics, all these people came in and they would tear the machines apart and redo them, like a rebuild. And we also have the paper chemistry headquarters. I don't know what it's all called. Paper chemistry, whatever, here in the Paper Valley. And I've actually gotten to go on field trips with the kids over the years. And they talk all about the fibers and breaking them down. And you can go to the field trip and make your own paper. And you make the pulp and they blend it up. It's really quite fascinating. And it's also sad how many paper mills are closed now because we don't really use paper much anymore, right? There's no phone books, there's no textbooks, people are reading Kindles, whatever. But you just want to continue to break this down. Now, I'm not going to make 100 of these cards, but I did make enough for about 20 today of this part. So it wasn't too terrible. Now this is very, very soft. And you're going to take your fingernail, you're going to take your pick tool, and you're going to pick at that corner, and you can see that it separates. And if it's not separating nicely, that means you need to break the paper down a little bit more with your bone folder. But this one seems to be working pretty good. And you separate it, and now what you have here is what looks like suede. And that's why we call it a faux suede technique. And you get 2 pieces out of 1. Now, as you're doing this, again, if you happen to tear it because it's not coming apart, that means you didn't do this enough. And you just need to start again and do that more. That's a good way to put it. Just do that more. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually stamp on this part that looks like suede. And I just think this is a fantastic technique for masculine cards especially. And don't let me forget, I have 2 more cards that I've made with this over the years that I found on my blog that I can share with you on the screen so you can see some other ideas. I've got my early espresso ink here with my elk. And I am going to stamp my elk on here. Looks nice. And then I'm going to grab my pecan pie and I'm going to stamp some of these trees. So I think I'll go right here. And then maybe right over here. And look at that. Isn't that a cool looking image from Man Card? Now my husband loves to go elk hunting. He hasn't been in quite a while because, well, elk hunting is extremely strenuous. Like you gotta, and you know, he's getting older. Don't tell him I said that, but he is. And I am going to stamp my elk on my envelope. And I have an envelope here for my sample card because I didn't make one for that. So I'm going to do that at the same time. And then I'm going to try stamping the pecan pie trees right behind it. It shows up a little bit more than it does here. See how you don't really see that much? But I think I'm okay with it. Because if any of the men that I send this to complain about it, they're going to get in trouble. How about that? I'll be like, no, you don't get to complain about the homemade card. Who do you think you are? Are you crazy? Okay. So that was my envelope for my other card. Now, we're going to take this and we are going to pop it up on some dimensionals and put it on the front of our card. And this is really pretty soft. So if, support it good with your dimensionals. Otherwise, you can add a scrap of cardstock behind it if you need to make it a little more sturdy. That would work too. Isn't this cool? And get those backs off. And I'm going to put this right centered right on here. Oh my gosh, this turned out really, really good. I love it. I've used these a lot for swaps, the Earthy Matte Dots. And I think I'm going to, whoops, let me get that open. I think I'm going to use the Early Espresso ones here. These are good. These are good embellishments for man cards too. And, oh, hang on. I got all kinds of little hitchhikers here. How about right there? Okay, so here is our card. Here's our gift card in there. So this does double duty, which is really cool. We've got our matching envelope. And then this is what my Technique Club members get each month is a card made with the technique and a sample of the technique on an instruction card. And then it says that there's a video, today's date, because the video will be posted on my blog here so they can always go back and find a video for the technique. Isn't that cool? Now, how do you be a part of my online technique club? You just let me know, pop me an email, let me know that you would like to be in the club, and I will get you on the list. You have to place a minimum $25 order in my online store. And I oftentimes have demonstrators say, well, I'm already a demonstrator. That's okay. You can still be in my online club. You need to tell me that you're a demonstrator, and I will give you a couple little extra steps so that you know that you're ordering in my store instead of your store. And I have a lot of demonstrators that are not on my team in this online technique club, but $25 a month minimum before tax and shipping. And you will get this, and you commit for 6 months. At the end of the 6-month period, you let me know that you filled out the online technique club form that tells me you've placed 6 months in orders, and I send you a little gift. So it's really fun. Let me find the other cards. Here is one, I think, from 2017 that used this particular technique. Isn't that fun? This part right here is all suede. Do you guys remember this horse stamp set? It was one of my favorite ones. And then here is another one where this layer right here, that Cajun Craze layer, is also the faux suede technique. So some fun ideas. A great technique. You could use this with motorcycles. And of course, you see it with the wildlife, with the horse. It's great. Faux suede leather. It's great for any kind of card. And it's even good on not masculine cards. It's good on cards for women too, because, well, we like suede. Right? Yeah. Oh, and I was going to show you this. So I took a strip that was 8.5 by 2, and I did all the same things that I just showed you I did to this one. And I ripped off a whole strip. So you can see that you can make it in bigger layers also. But it really does look like suede. It's very cool. So there you go. There's our first card tonight. Oh, then I wanted to show you. This was a card that I made a couple weeks ago. Well, it's probably more weeks ago than that now. But this uses the same stamp set with a vellum overlay. And the same, the right words. I use the ones on the inside here, but here's just another card using that same stamp set. So I got to do something now with the fox, because there's a fox in there. Where did that go? Yeah, I got to make something with the fox here, because foxes are cool too. But I'll figure something out, hopefully soon. Okay, let me clean things up here a little bit. And I do not know why my nose is running, but it is. All right. Next up, I am going to be using, oh, this one's pretty. Let me move these aside. Let me take a drink. Where'd my drink go? Right here. I got some new stickers. So while we were in Vegas, we went to the Valley of the Fire State Park. That was really fun. A lizard tried to kill Dina. And we went to Hoover Dam. I've never been there. So that was really cool too. Lots of fun. Okay, let me come back to my comments. I'm going to get switched back over here. Is Uncle Pete going to get one of these? I should give him one because his birthday, I believe, is next week, isn't it, Shelby? Pretty sure it's next week. So, okay. Petals of Beauty. This is a brand new online exclusive product. We've got these gorgeous floral images, and they're kind of watercolory, which always grabs me, like every time. And then we've got some really neat dies that go along with these. And remember that these aren't shown at full size, because I was really surprised at how big this die is. As I was looking through here, I'm like, oh, this will be perfect. But look how big it is. This is this one. So yeah, we're going to use that die. And then we're also going to use one of these flowers for this card. This card is another fun fold, and it's more about the designer paper and fun fold than it is about the stamp set. I'm pretty sure that Gina Barb and I are going to do a retreat based on this this whole suite of products. I think we did a lot of work while we were in Vegas too. Like we got a whole bunch of things figured out. I love the sentiments in the gathering moments, and I also love the font. So I'm going to be using the sentiments from this for my card. And then we have this new embossing folder called Beautiful Pattern. That's part of our online exclusives. Beautiful Pattern. It's a really pretty little pattern. And I've got Pearls of Beauty. So these are really pretty. They're like iridescent-y. I always like to do this, so I know that I have more. I kind of do that. And then you guys have seen me cut a slit in the side of my embellishment packages. It's hard to get this back in here, but that's what I do. And cut a slit in the side so I can just easily pull it out and push it back in. I promise you really can. There we go. Yeah, so it just pulls in and out of here like this. So we're going to use those. And then I've got Early Espresso, Calypso Coral, and Petal Pink ink pads. So I made several of these cards in various patterns and colors to share with you. So I know that's always fun. I love to see like, oh, a whole bunch of different designs. And then we're going to use traditional labels. I just needed a label. So these are the traditional labels. This is from it goes with a Christmas set, but oh my gosh, these labels are just really cool. So I've got the one I need is over here. All right, here we go. Here comes our goodies. Now, Valerie tried to put my paper away today because she's so darn efficient. And I said, no, bring that back here. This is the Brushed with Beauty 12 by 12 designer series paper. So I'll show this to you. I don't have a sampler sheet made yet with this, but we've got this and this on the back. This one. Oh my gosh, I just love these. They're like oil painted. And this on the back. We've got this and this. Already did that one. Oh, here's another one. Aren't these so pretty? And this on the back. Yeah, I just showed you that one, right? Yeah, okay. Just showed you that one. I've showed you that one. We've looked at this one. And that one. Here comes another one. I showed you that one. Oh, and I just showed you that one. Good grief, Kelly. Come on. And then here's the last one. Aren't these so pretty? So pretty. I really love this paper. So I'm going to be making the picture boards for my mom's celebration of life. And I've decided to use this suite, this Brushed with Beauty suite. So, so pretty. I think my mom would approve. So I decided to use these two dies. And again, these are from the traditional labels. But of course, any labels will work, just something that fits, right? So you don't have to get too weird about that. We've got a card base of Mossy Meadow. This is 5.5 by 8.5. This doesn't really look like 5.5, but it is 5.5 by 8.5 Mossy Meadow. And then we have 4 by 10.5 of Petal Pink. And I chose these two based on my designer series paper. I thought these would look really nice together. And then we need 3 pieces of the designer paper. These 2 pieces are 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and this one is 3/4 wide by 5 1/4. And then I've got a scrap of gold, a scrap of Calypso, and a scrap of Petal Pink. So we're going to do some stamping first. And I am going to grab my Thankful for You from that Gathering Moments stamp set. Oh, let me put these back. Hang on. So yeah, I just ordered a ton of that paper. Well, a ton. I ordered 4 packs of the Brushed with Beauty Designer Series paper. 4 packs of it. And there's also another bundle that goes with this suite. It has Just Because and some of the dies Just Because. I have that on order, but I didn't get it yet, so I can't show that to you. Okay. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this kind of odd little oval for my Thankful for You. And then I'm going to die cut this on the Calypso Coral. And then I'm going to die cut this on the gold. So we're going to do all of those. Hang tight. And here they come. Isn't that pretty? And look at it's like it's die cut. It's really very intricate little oval. And here's this one. And then here is our gold leaves. Okay, I'm going to take this and mount it on dimensionals if I can find them, because I should know better and always put them up there because I lose them easily. Oh, hang on. Oh, Barbara says I need some coldies or some zinc just in case I'm starting to get a cold. I know, right? I'm a little worried about that. And I do have some zinc, so I'll kind of pump that good. I don't have any coldies, but I've got zinc. Okay, here we go. I put this on dimensionals, and I just think that looks really neat, raised up like that. What do you guys think? Okay, now we're going to do some scoring. I'm going to set these aside. Bring my paper trimmer. So our 4 by 10.5. This is not 11, it's 10.5. We're going to score that at 5 1/4, which is just in half. So we got this one. This one's going to fold in half. Okay. This one we are going to score at 2 1/8 on the long side. So anytime you see directions and they say on the long side, that means that this long side is pushed up here. If they say on the short side, this is the shorter of the two sides up here. Okay. Sometimes that gets confusing, and that's how I do my directions. It's the long side or the short side. So 2 1/8 and now 4 1/4. You guys are going to love this card. It is super simple. And I got it as a sample from someone. I can't remember who. So if you're watching me tonight, you please stand up, take a bow, and take credit and let me know, because I feel bad that I don't have your name with this card. Okay, so we're gonna fold this in half, and then we're gonna fold it back. Make sure you burnish that edge good. And then this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. I can see that I am a crooked scorer. I don't know how I have so much trouble with that, but I do. I force that into place then. And we are going to emboss the front of this. Now, if you hate doing this, because this is a little tricky, you could just cut a front panel and emboss that and glue it on here, okay? If this makes you crazy, do that, because it's just much easier. But I'm going to put my fold line up to not the edge of the folder, because you can see that the pattern doesn't go all the way to the end. You just want to make sure that that fold line is up to the end of the pattern. And then, of course, you want this in here straight. So I'm going to run this through my machine. This is a 3D folder, so all I put on top is that gray specialty plate, or the blue one if you have the older one. Run that through, and here comes the front of this layer embossed. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of stamping on the inside here. Pour those off. And let's see. I think I want to use my early espresso again for my inside sentiments. My front says thankful for you. And I'm going to need a lot of those coming up, because you guys have been so very, very sweet and gracious. Oh my gosh, I need to be gracious. Your friendship means the world to me. an early espresso. So I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to stand up, make sure I get this straight because we've already done some work here. We don't want to mess this up. Oh, perfect. Your friendship means the world to me. And then I think I don't need the petal pink. I thought I was going to use petal pink or Calypso Coral, but I wasn't sure. Now I'm going to take this flower from the Petals of Beauty in Calypso Coral, and I am just going to stamp that right here. And I just love this flower. I think it's so pretty. Hang on. Let me wet that ink up before it dries. And then I have an envelope. Do I have an envelope? I thought I did. Well, I'll grab another one. I don't know what happened to it, but I've got lots of envelopes. I am going to stamp my envelope with this pretty little flower also. Isn't that pretty? I just love these. They're so pretty. Okay, let me close this up. Now we're going to put our card together. You guys are going to see how simple this is, and I hope you give this a try because it is spectacular and so simple. So this is our little insert that's going to go in our card. We are going to grab this. Now what I did with this is I cut my cardstock at 5 1/4. So I put, or my designer paper, I put my designer paper in there and cut it at 5 1/4 by 12. And then you cut 1 7/8, 1 7/8, 3/4, because these all go together. This is one of those really cool pattern paper that you can do with the ones that have the sceneries on them. This is a cool card that you can use those with. So I'm going to take this 3/4 inch piece and I'm going to add it right to the side of this. There we go. Just like that. This is going to go right inside our card. There we go. Hi, Ardella. Happy to see you here. Luann says vitamin C. Yep, vitamin C, all kinds of stuff. Hi, Jane Wakey. Happy to see you. Okay, so we've got this done. Now remember, these two go together. They continue. The pattern just continues here. So I'm going to take this one and put it on the front. Just like this. And this one that was cut right next to that one is going to go right here. Get it straight and even. How about that, Kelly? It's trying to stick because I got that glue on there. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then this is going to go right here with this coming off of it. So I am going to put this on here. And I'm just going to take a piece of tape and put this right in place. That's going to secure that on there really good. And now I'm going to kind of center this right over top of it and only put glue. Now, if you use a bigger piece of tape here, you may want to use tear and tape on here because glue won't stick real good if you used a big piece of tape. But my glue is going to hit the paper and not just be over the tape. I'm just going to center this on here. Hold that down for a second. Make sure that it's getting glued. We're going to put our embellishments on, and then I'm going to open it up and show you how super cool this card is because I love this layout. I made 3 of these today. This is one of them, but I'm going to show you the other ones in different colors, different patterns. So again, these are the, can't remember, Pearls of Beauty. that are part of the suite. I'll put one maybe right over here, and then another one right down here. Val told me today where she would like them placed. So this is per Valerie. Here's our card. Ready? Look at how pretty this is. It's so pretty. Like I was like, whoa, I love this. So yeah, I'm going to use a bunch of the die cuts from this, the dies and the designer paper to make the photo boards for my mom. And I think she would have approved. Just loved this. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let me show you the other ones. Ready for this, you guys? Here's Lost Lagoon with a different print of the paper. I use Lost Lagoon ink, Lost Lagoon here. It's the same exact card. Isn't that so pretty? And I use vanilla here. Very vanilla. Look at that. So pretty. I just love this layout. It's like, oh, this is my new favorite layout. This one I took and used Blackberry Bliss, and that's not even listed as one of the coordinating colors, but I thought it would look really pretty with the vanilla and the tan in these flowers. What do you think of that? And again, same card. Use the same embellishments on here, which I can't even remember what they're called already. Pearls of Beauty. How hard is that, Kelly? But I love the gold. I think the gold really sets it off. I just think this is the coolest thing. So let me show you where I got the idea. Ready for this? This card. Did one of you guys send this to me? Because this is so beautiful and I have no name on it. And I always like to keep the names with it so I can say thank you so much. But look at this. This is with the sunflower folder and this beautiful sunflower paper. But how just stunning, right? Yeah. So you're welcome. Thank you. I know I love this card. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you like best? The Petal Pink, the Lost Lagoon, or the Blackberry Bliss? Good grief. Oh, I love these. So excited. Oh, I forgot to do. Oh, I did an envelope. Okay, so I'm good. I'm good. And I just happen to have some vanilla envelopes that I have swirled away. So I've got envelopes to go with each one of these. Yeah. So I'll put pictures of all of these on my blog. But this is the one that'll have the ingredient list. They all use the same thing except the colors. So just so you know what's happening there. So pretty. So brand new, beautiful patterns. If you need a small pattern embossing folder, this one is awesome. If you have one, that'll work fine here too. Or if you have the sunflower one, you have some sunflower paper. Whoa, right? So stunning. And then this is the Petals of Beauty. It's a whole suite. The paper, the embellishments, the embossing folder, the bundle. You can get all with one number. And that whole suite is called Brushed with Beauty. So, and then these are the Petals of Beauty bundle. Okay, so let me keep moving along. And again, I use Gathering Moments or any sentiment will work with any labels. But I just thought these turned out really nice. Let me set that aside. We got another project. Now, I decided to throw in a little bit of Christmas because it is November, right? So I'm bringing in a brand new product. Ooh, I'm looking and seeing which color. They are all beautiful. Blackberry Bliss is stunning. I thought it was too. I thought the Blackberry Bliss was like, whoa. Lost Lagoon is pretty. Kathy says Lost Lagoon, Blackberry Bliss, Petal Pink. Look at you guys. It's all over the place. They're all really cool. So this is the Silent Snowfall specialty paper. And this is the first time that I have used it. So I was excited to pull this out. And this is 12 by 12 sheets. You get, let me see, you get 6 sheets of it, 6 12 by 12 sheets. This is embossed with snowflakes. I hope you can see them. So I decided I should do a technique with this, right? So 2 technique cards. Holy cannoli. And it's a fun fold, you guys. Whoa. Silent Snowfall. That's what this is called. Okay, so let's bring it on. The main character of this card, if I can say that, is Festive Friends. So it's a bundle, Festive Friends. I have some cards that I've made using this, and I will show them to you also. And then I brought in the sentiments from Snowflake Kisses because I just really think they're pretty. This is a bundle, and it has a set of dies. We're not using the dies tonight, but I did use the words, and I just want you to know, of course, if you get the bundle together, you save 10%. But here's the fun snowflake dies and a label, a circle. This is like, does the whole thing with leaves a circle in the middle. It's a very, very cool bundle. So if you're looking for some new snowflakes, I highly recommend this one. It's very pretty. But I'm only using the words. And then I'm using a Spotlight on Nature. Oh, Val did these. Sure. Spotlight on Nature. Bless her little heart. I had her working. Okay. I have, and I made 2 cards with this in 2 different colors. We're going to make one, and then I have another one to show you. This is my Memento Black ink pad and a white empty pad, and pretty in pink. Bring my stamps in. And then we've got some blends, Wink of Stella, and a blending brush. So let me get my directions hung up here. And here we go. Okay. Oh, and we're using the faceted snowflakes embellishments. So that'll be fun too. So let me move all of these over. Get out my whole pack of cardstock here. Here we go. Here we go. So my circle that I'm using is from the Spotlight on Nature. Spotlight on Nature. And it is about 2 3/4 circle. So this is the one that I use. We have our envelope. We've got our Pretty in Pink cardstock, and this is 4 1/4 by 11. Nothing too crazy there. I've got a scrap of Pretty in Pink, a scrap of white, a scrap of silver foil, and then this white one is not a scrap. This is 1 1/4 by 4. And then this is the Silent Snowfall specialty paper that's already embossed for us. This one is cut at 4 by 6.5. We're going to do our blending technique on here, and then we're going to cut it into smaller panels. So let's do that first, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll with the rest of the cards. So I've got my Pretty in Pink. Hang on, I got to get a drink. You guys, Steve made roasted chicken, baked potatoes, and carrots with garlic butter tonight. Good Lord. To die for. What did you guys have for supper? I'm loading up my blending brush, and then I'm going to come in here, and you kind of rub some off on here, and now I'm going to start off the page and then bring it on to my specialty paper. Again, off. Oh, that got really dark there, but it'll be okay because this is going to be kind of variegated. If you want it to be really smooth, you just wipe more of it off over here before you get to here. And of course, I could continue to add ink and make this all an even color. But again, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I have some darker spots. It kind of adds a little charm to it. And you just put as much ink on as you want. And you can see as you add ink, the snowflakes show up a little bit better, right? Okay. We won't put this away yet. We'll grab that little white piece that's here. And I am going to take the Let It Snow, and that is from the Snowflake Kisses. Let It Snow. And I'm going to stamp that on this little white panel. And I just started right like this so I could get the whole sentiment on there. And then I'm just going to do the whole thing like this. Just like that. So I've got this little strip, just like that. And that turned out really good. And then we are going to, oh, you know what? I forgot to cut my other piece. So let me grab that. There's one more piece that you need. And here's a piece of white that'll work. I forgot to write that down. You need one white piece that's 1 3/4 by 4. So I'm just going to put 1 3/4 by 4. And as long as we have this in here, we can take and cut this up now. This was 4 inches by 6.5. And we're going to cut 1 3/4, 1 3/4, and 1 3/4. And you're going to have this little piece left over, and that is supposed to be the right size. We will see if it really is, because you know, Kelly and math, but I'm pretty sure that it will be. Okay. Oh, let's do a little stamping on this piece right here. We're going to stamp, if kisses were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. And what a sweet little sentiment, right? And I need my dies. Oh, and this guy. Here's my white. I'll set these all aside. Here comes my white. With my little snowman from the Festive Friends. I love these chubby little critters. They're so cute. Absolutely adorable. Got a little bit of coloring to do here. Now, you could color this up as much as you wanted to, but I chose to keep it mostly white. So I'm just going to add a little bit of Pretty in Pink. I'm going to do the dark first. I'm just going to kind of go around the edges of his little scarf. Add a little dark over here. And then I'm going to do a little bit of dark right here on this stripe. Skip one, do this one, and then this one. Now I'm coming in with the light to do the blending. And you just keep coloring over it until it doesn't look like you just put a blob of dark color on the edge. That's the best way to explain it. Just keep coloring over it. It'll just leave that little bit of dark over there where I put the darker color, and then it makes you look like a complete artist. Maybe some of you are. I'm not in this respect, but I love the way this looks. Okay, pumpkin pie. And then I've got my Wink of Stella. And I'm going to add some wink to the hat band of my little snowman guy. Oops, I got a lot coming out here. I didn't push it, but I did earlier. Oh, that's really sparkly. And the little ball on the end. I hope you can see that because it is so, so cute. Okay, so we've got that done. Now I need to die cut. And we're going to use a snowflake too out of here. Oh, and a tree. So we got a whole bunch of things happening here. By the way, this comes with a label, which is really fun, but we're not going to use it today, and I'll explain that in a moment why. We're going to die cut this. We're going to bring in our scrap. And let's see, I need a tree and this little snowflake. Did you see where that circle die went? There it is. Okay, we're going to die cut this circle out of here and a snowflake out of our scrap. And then we've got the silver foil, and we're going to die cut this little skinny tree out of that. So, hang on. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Here comes my little bits and pieces. Here we go. Here's our cute little snowman, our circle, our snowflake, and our tree. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to do. Let's see. Let's grab. I'm just going to grab a little scrap of white. And we're going to do 1-inch strip. Because we need a little mechanism. So we're going to do 1 by half. And you need 2 of them. So no big deal. 1 inch by 1/2 inch. So here's our little mechanisms. Oh, gosh, you guys. Get it together, Kelly. We have to do some scoring on here, right? Because, hello. All right. This is our 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score at 1 1/2. 1 1/2. 3 1/2. 5 1/2. 7 1/2. And 9 1/2. All the odd numbers. Okay, so we've got all these little panels here. Okay, fold it in half. That's one of your score lines, so just fold it in half. And then we're going to start gluing these panels on. So we are going to take one of these and one of these and glue them right in place. Now this is our card is opening over here, okay? So let's go ahead, get that glued on here. Oops. Right in between the score lines. This is another one that I thought was just so cool. And again, a card that somebody sent me. So I will show you their card and the other color that I made. So you'll have some really cute ideas. How many of you bought this Festive Friends already? I really like this little set. The chubby little elf and the Santa and the reindeer. And then the trees are super cute. So we've got specialty stamped. And then we're going to turn this over. And we're going to go with the white in the middle here. And this again is just 1 7/8 by, 1 3/4 by 4. Same as the designer paper. Same as that specialty paper. We're going to put this one right here in the middle. And then this one is going to fit here. And this one's going to fit here. So this is actually the layer that you would sign your name on. So you're going to give this to somebody that you don't have a lot to say to. Perfect, right? And all will be good. Okay. All right, so here's this, here's this. Now, here's what we're going to do. Where did those little pieces go? Did you see what I did with those? Oh, they're right here. So these little pieces are our mechanisms. So what I'm going to do here is now I'm going to fold. I've got this closed and I'm folding it back and forth like that. And then this goes like this and this goes like this. So this is how your card is going to end up. This is called a pillar side panel. So we're actually going to glue this together. I guess I don't have to put glue on both of them, but we're gluing that. Whoops. Make sure you keep it flat so it's even on the outside edge here. We're gluing that together, and then this is how our card goes. Front, back, okay? So now we have to put our little mechanism in to add all our goodies to it. So this is the 1 by 1/2 inch. You can score it if you want before you cut it. It would be better, but I'm just folding it in half just like that because you're not going to see this anyways. You could make this pink if you wanted to. It doesn't matter. But we've got these two. I am going to add some glue to just one of these. Okay, just one. And then you're going to put it so that it butts up in the center. You don't want it to go over, but you want it to get pretty close to that fold line, the score line that we have here. Let's see what I got going on there. Just like that. We're going to do the other one the same way. This is just a mechanism that's going to hold our little snowman layer on the front. And your fold of this little mechanism should be on the inside here. And I'll hold this up. I took a picture of the sample that I made just like this. So that'll be on my blog if you need to see it again. But that's what we're doing here. And now we're going to take this circle and we're going to add a little bit of glue. Hang on, I got it like a little dry piece there. Try that again. There we go. I'm going to do this. Okay, so there's glue on those two little pieces. And now I'm going to bring this in here and I'm going to center it. And it helps that I have a little hole here and a little hole there right on my score line. So you're just going to push that down. Don't get too much glue on those mechanisms. You don't want it oozing out and sticking the circle to the card because all it's stuck to is those little mechanisms. Yeah, and it probably would look better if I put pink in there, but you're not going to see it anyways. Okay, so that's what I have going on there. Pretty cool, right? So I'm going to take this little tree and I'm going to add some glue right here. And I'm going to put this on my little circle. I just want the tree to be straight. And then here comes our cutest ever little snowman. What did I do with my dimensionals again, you guys? Oh, Kelly. Here they are. I put them right there where I said I was supposed to. I second guessed myself that I didn't do it. I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals right here on my snowman. 2 will hold it in place nicely. Or you can put more if you want. And here comes my little snowman. I'm going to kind of offset him. Good grief, he's so cute. And I've got this snowflake yet. I'm going to take that and put it right back here on my sentiment layer. Just for something cute. And I can still write to or hi, Julie, love Kelly. Whoops. Hang on, that didn't work. I'll hold it in place a little bit longer. Can't get much glue on there. Okay. So here's our little card. What? Again, this is a pillar side panel. Isn't this so cute? And it sits up just like that. Sits up just like this. Cool, right? Ah, love it. You know I love a fun fold. And then I'll show you where I got this idea from. So here comes my little faceted snowflakes. These are green, red, and diamondy colored, silver, I guess you would call it, right there. And where did that go? I heard it fall, but I wasn't looking. Here it is. I'll put that one right here. And hang on. There we go. See how that just slides back in there, keeps them all nice. Then we need to do something with this. And I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of paper here. You can see I've used this before. I've got my white envelope. I will bring in my little snowflakes. And I'm just going to put, and this again is from the Festive Friends, this little snowflake. I'm just going to stamp some snowflakes. And I move them around and do them all over so they look very random. Here is my cutie patootie little card with my matching envelope, pretty in pink. Isn't that sweet? Let me move some of the stuff out of the way. Pillar side panel. Yay. Okay, then I also made, this is obviously for a girl. This one is for a boy. So this is Azure Afternoon. And again, I use the same markers, Azure Afternoon. This is the exact same card. Snowflake, that snowfall paper. What was that called again? Oh, I think I wrote it down over here. Silent Snowfall specialty paper. But here we've got one for a boy and one for a girl. I think I should send these to Val and Dawson. What do you guys think? It's super cute. And then, where's my original? Remember this? This is my original card, and this was from Dolly Weiler. Dolly, thank you so much for sharing this with me. This used the Remarkable, You Are Remarkable stamp set and the Charming Day paper from Dolly. Yeah. And again, pillar side panel. I must like saying that, right? Okay, and then I was, the label that comes in with the Festive Friends is this big, and I thought if I put this on here, it kind of covered up a little bit too much of my little technique with the paper. So that's why I didn't use this, and I used the Spotlight on Nature circle instead, but you could definitely do that if you wanted to. And this label comes with the Festive Friends. And then, but wait, there's more. This is another card that I made with the Festive Friends. If you remember this one. Yeah, there's the little elf. So we've got the snowman, the little elf. And then there's more. Here's the Santa. This is my project for the 12 weeks of holidays that I spoke about. If you get on my newsletter list, you are getting those every Thursday. I email out 2 more projects, 2 cards and 2 3D matching 3D items. But I'm trying to find where are my 3D items because I had them. Oh, here it is. I buried it in my bin. So this is my little tiny 3D that matched this card. And it's a little Hershey Kiss holder. And again, all the instructions for this with pictures are in my 12 Weeks of Holidays series that I share with everybody on my newsletter list. But 3 little kisses fit in there. And then it's got the little belly band on it. And I think there's supposed to be a little gold dot on there, but I see that it fell off because I beat these things up so bad. That's what happens to things. They get tossed around and beat up pretty good, but that was my little project for that. So isn't that cute? Hang on, I gotta get this candy back out of there because these have almonds in them, and I cannot let that sit because it needs to be eaten, right? Absolutely. Sorry, now I got my mouth full of chocolate, which is just a terrible problem to have. Oh, dang it. What am I doing wrong here? Well, don't take this off because you can't get it back on. Oh, I got it upside down. There we go. Gosh, now it almost sounds like I'm losing my voice. I better not be getting sick, people. I have kids to hunt with. I have to take babies hunting. Okay. All right, I'm just looking to see. Oh, here, I'll leave these in here. See if I have any questions here that I missed. Oh, thank you guys so much. Non-traditional colors, that's right. Kathy is cooking something in a crock pot. Oh, that sounds delightful. Are you talking about venison? That looks like a venison recipe to me. Okay, I have a whole bunch of mail, and I am going to start with this. So, first of all, thank you guys so much for joining me for this class tonight because I had a blast. It was just what the doctor ordered for me today, was to be creating some pretty things for you tonight. You know that I love spending my Sunday night with you, right? It's like one of my favorite things to do. So thank you for joining me tonight or watching the replay. You know that I always appreciate your orders. That's what keeps me in business, keeps my bills paid, all the good things. Now, I have to share with you some fun that I got. So this is from Fabulous Luba. Luba sent my mom so many cards, and she just was like, oh, another card from Luba. She was excited before she even opened it. So thank you. I want candy. Have a candy corny kind of day. And how sweet is that? So Luba, now I can eat these. Drizzled popcorn, which looks divine. I always try to wait before I eat the candy so I can show it to everybody. Look at the candy corn earrings. These are super cute. I will definitely wear them. And then we have candy corn squeaky clean. Oh, yeah, squeaky clean. Luba, what is this? Candy corns. Are you supposed to eat this? I think you're supposed to eat it, aren't you? Squeaky clean. You got to tell me what this is. Is Luba on here? Let me look. There she is. Yes, Luba's going to tell us. What is this squeaky clean? You got to tell us. And then look at that. A Halloween necklace. You guys know I love all this corny stuff. I have so much fun with these things. I'll wear them for Halloween. I'll wear them before Halloween. Oh my gosh. Love, love, love. So thank you so much, Luba. Absolutely adorable. I need to know what the squeaky clean is. I know she's typing right now, trying to tell me. But I'm going to leave this out because I need to eat this. And I need to know what that is. So I'm going to leave that out too. But this looks delicious. I will put this in with my other Halloween spiders and ghost earrings. Okay. Luba. It's a stamp cleaner. Don't eat it. Okay. I did not know that. I'm glad you told me because I would have sprayed that right in my mouth. Just like I cut my bangs off. I just throw caution to the wind and eat the stamp cleaner. Candy corn, squeaky clean. That's funny. Thank you so much, Luba. Then, oh my gosh, I probably lost the card. Oh, no, I think I got it. Okay, so this is from Brenda Carlson. Brenda, I got it. This is so cute. Yep, I got the card. So look at this hat, you guys. It's a hat that I can wear. Look at how cute it is. Got a little witch on it. This is so cute. So let me get the card out. Super duper cute. Look at how sweet this is. I love it. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, stamp cleaner, not candy to eat. Super cute. This is from Brenda. It says, I saw this hat and immediately thought of you. I hope you enjoy it. This card was too cute to write in. Do you ever have that problem? Probably not. Yeah, I do. Wishing you a haunting, fun Halloween. Thank you so much. This is just the sweetest. Absolutely love. And yes, it is too cute to write in, right? But thank you so much. This is just the funnest little thing. Okay, next, I got to show you this. So, I got this great big package. Me and Val were eating these today, and they're very fresh and wonderful. So, thank you so much. Here is my beautiful little card. You are so appreciated. Look how pretty this is. So grateful for that heart of yours. And this is from Debbie Fisher. And she says, thank you so much for being on your team. I have been an SU on and off for 20 years, yet never had a leader who cared so much for her team as you do. Aww. The last 2 years have been the toughest of my life. After God, you and your team has helped me get through it. Making and sending cards to others in need has helped keep life in balance. These gifts are a small token of my appreciation for all you have done. Debbie, oh, you're going to make me cry. But look at this. Okay, hang on. Okay. How sweet is this little fox? With the sunflower. So the sunflower here is key. Okay. So we've got that little cutie patootie. And then, oh, this is so pretty. You know what? I'm going to go back to my screen here. Oh, hang on. Wrong one. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. So she sent me this, and this hangs. Like I've had it hanging over here in my office. Debbie painted this for me. Look how beautiful. I was like, what? You painted that? Isn't this so pretty? Like, this is going to be my new favorite fall decoration. I just love it. And I've kept it up here in my office so I would be able to show it to you guys. But I am definitely going to put this right downstairs, kind of in my entryway, because it's going to look amazing there. So, Debbie, thank you so much. It is just so beautiful. I'm in awe of your painting skills. Okay. I hope that you are still on here so you can see. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go back down. And let's see. I'm going to start with the mail that is, I believe, the oldest here. And I'm sorry if I'm confused. I don't think that I am. Okay. This is, did I show this to you guys yet? You guys tell me if I showed you this mail yet, because I have obviously probably gotten confused. Oh, look at this. This is also from Luba. Look at how cute this is. Oh my gosh. Look at how that goes together. It opens up. Luba, this is like just the funnest little card ever. Love it. That's from Luba. And I don't think I showed these yet. So you tell me if I did. This is from Cynthia Jacobson. Look at this. I love this paper. And this is so pretty stacked together. She got Happy Mail embellishments. So you are very welcome. Cynthia says, I appreciate your sharing your creativity and inspiration with all of us. Best team ever. Cynthia, I'm so glad that you are on my team. Next up, we have Barbara Yeager. Let me set that over there. Look how pretty this is, you guys. I just love all this silver with that bright, bright purple blue, right? She got the Caroling Mice stamp set from one of my lives. You are very welcome, Barbara. I hope you have a lot of fun with that Caroling Mice. And then, oh, look at this one. This is from Robin Sutherland. And this is an easel card. Look at that. This is so pretty. Generosity of gifts are appreciated. Thank you for the DSP and the metallic enamels. You are welcome. Yay. This is so pretty. You guys knock it out of the park. This is from Patty Wynecki. Yay. Look at that. God wanted to brighten up the world, so we made Kelly. Thank you for being my SU demonstrator. I'm so thankful. Patty, I'm so glad you're on my team. You are very welcome. She says, you are the first person on the gratitude challenge. I want to thank you for getting me to fall in love with Stampin' Up. Oh, it's my pleasure, Patty. But look at how fun that is. Isn't that a fun card? Love that card. So happy to have you. Oh, hang on. I just dropped something. All right. This is from Joyce Myers. Now, this is really cute, you guys. Look at you guys know I love candy corn. Oh my gosh. She said, hello, my dear Kelly. Yes, it's a good thing I had my legs crossed last night. You are so funny. I am 89 now and still watch your show on Sunday evening. I make cards all the time and love your cards. And I know it's a card I'm sending you isn't. Oh, she says it's not all Stampin' Up. You don't have to send me all Stampin' Up. But it reminded me of you. Thank you so much. You are so sweet, Joyce. This is the cutest little card ever. And then this was in here. I love you more than candy corn, and I really love candy corn. So I'm going to keep that right here on my desk because that is the sweetest little thing ever. Everybody loves a wobble, right? Then we have Peggy Betts. Peggy. Hang on, I got to get your card out. Here it is. Look how pretty this is. Oops. Kelly's got to be able to open it. Peggy sent me a thank you. She loved her mystery gift. Peggy won the mystery stamping from our team meeting. So again, lots of fun happening in that team. If you're not a discount shopper or getting your products for a discount, join me. This one is from Sarah Thibodeau. Look at how cute that is. I love that she used this black and white paper here because that is perfect. Happy Halloween. Boo. I love this fold too, Sarah. Nice job. Then we have, hang on a second. Nancy Hunt. Nancy. Okay, ready? Here we go. Watch this. What? Isn't that the cutest little thing? Look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh. It's adorable. So that was Nancy's card. And then Nancy dropped me a note. Thank you so much for the happy mail that you sent. And for my qualifying mystery gift order placed last month. Oh, yeah, there was a mystery gift. I forgot about that. That might have been, I'm trying to remember. Mystery gift. Yep, mystery gift. There you go. But we do mystery stamping every month. Love your card. Love it, Nancy. Thank you so much. This one is from Kathy Sherlow. Look at, did any of you see those beautiful northern lights? I was a little sad that I was in Vegas because I would have loved to be able to see the northern lights that were all over the place. She got some happy mail too. Woohoo! Fun stuff. Everybody got happy mail. I got a lot of stuff out before I left. I'll tell you that. This is from Joan Ballinger. Look at this Halloween card. Ready? What? Yeah. How fun is that? Joan, this is adorable. She says she's using DSP from generations ago. She wanted to send a card to thank me for the upbeat videos. Joan, it's my pleasure, and I am so thankful that you join me for those videos. Next, we have Charlotte, and look at how pretty this is. Beautiful, beautiful card. Thank you for the shimmer gems. Char, you are so welcome. Hope to see your guest stamper on again soon. That would be Little Miss Valerie, who, you guys, I almost forgot to mention, learned how to read over the weekend. What? Yeah, she's 5. She knows how to read. She is quite the smart kid. This is from Jane Brabant. Look at how pretty that is. This is a kit. Thank you for the great bonus goodies you sent for my order. Yeah, I had that mystery order going on. And she says she has enjoyed getting to know me through my videos and love your Barb Kelly Dina team. You are each a bright delight in my day and so fun and inspiring. I love hearing about the grandkids. She also has a 3.5 and a 5.5-year-old grandchild. Ah, they're so fun, aren't they? Thank you so much, Jane. Love your card. Then we have another one with the Northern Lights. Look at how pretty this is. I like the wave embossing folder in there. That just makes it look so cool. This is from Debbie Lindauer. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. This is the thank you for putting together the new product launch party. We have a new launch party planned too, you guys. So that'll be taking place right at the beginning of January. We'll be getting information out on that soon. Thank you very much, Debbie. This is absolutely beautiful. This one is from Peg Herrick. Look at how pretty. She used that same circle die that I used tonight. Beautiful, beautiful card. She got a package of goodies from me. She said she was in the middle of a project and used the Wonderful World stamp on it. I like that it doesn't need to be colored. Ah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Beautiful, beautiful card, Peg. Thank you so much. And then we have Chris and Diane. Look at this, you guys. What in the doodle hickles? Look at how crazy this is. This is crazy. I'm going to have to make this. I haven't made one of these yet. How fun is this card? Look at. Oh my goodness gracious. Happy Halloween. Woohoo. I love it. Thank you, Diane and Chris. I always look forward to seeing your name pop in on my lives, of course. Then I've got Belinda Kelly. Look how beautiful. This is that beautiful foil paper. Thank you for the happy mail. Woo woo. You're welcome, Belinda. Thank you so much for being part of my team. Love it. Then we've got, hang on, because this is super cute, Lisa Calabretta. Look at how funny this is. So there's a little story to go with this. Isn't this so pretty? Do you see this right here? It's actually an x-ray from the dentist. Oh my gosh. She said, not everything on this card is stamping up. Don't worry about that. But I hope you like it. This card will be copied and sent to my daughter as the most personalized card ever. It is her teeth in the x-ray. This is hilarious. You'll have to tell us, Lisa, what she thought of that. Yeah, I love it. What a creative use of an x-ray, right? And then Suzanne Scott. Oh my gosh, Suzanne sent a lot of cards to my mom too, as I know more of you did too. And I just can't thank you enough because that just really brightened her day. And she was so in awe of just how generous you all were. And I'm like, stampers are the nicest people. We know this. So this is from Suzanne Scott. And she said, I hope your bangs are growing back quickly. They're going pretty good. Thank you for the little profiles, sparkle dots. Those are from the October meeting. So she says great things. And thank you for the great things you do for your team. You're welcome. I love your card, Suzanne. Okay, guys. I have 5 million more piles of mail, but I think I'm going to call it a night. I need to take pictures of all of these and get them posted on my blog. And I will have those up. And I have to start getting ready for Stamp Happy Live because I have that tomorrow night. And it's quite a bit to get ready for. There's 9 different cards. 3, 6, 7, 8 to 9 cards. And so I have a lot of work ahead of me. But thank you so much for being part of my inky little world. You guys know I couldn't do this without you. Where'd my crown go? I don't want to screw up my bangs. Cousin It needs to stay right there. Yeah, it's a little crazy if it's windy out because they blow up and then it looks like, oh my good Lord, what is wrong with that woman? And what is she, like 4? Right? Because I cut my bangs off. Anyways, thank you so much for being part of my inky world. Please make sure you hit that like button, that thumbs up button, share my video. I always appreciate that. If you'd like to get on my mailing list for the next catalog and you don't have a demonstrator, please feel free to email me your address and I would be happy to get you on the list. And I can't see very good with the comments that are coming up because those are not my comment reading glasses. There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Have a sparkling week, Pamela says. I like that a lot. I plan to have a super busy week. Tomorrow night, Stamp Happy Live, regular for the month. Wednesday night is Stamp Happy Party Live. So you guys watch. If you placed an order with me last month in October of $35 or more, watch for your email to come out probably tomorrow. That gives you the link to the party where Dina Barb and I will be stamping together. And please know that any orders that you place through me qualify for gifts. I have tutorials that I send out with fabulous ideas in them. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Get on my newsletter list. Under the YouTube video, you'll find the link to join my newsletter so you can get my 12 weeks of holiday ideas. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Oh my gosh, it's 9:10. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Twyla, thank you so much for the tip. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Story bloopers. It's been windy too. Yeah, it's cold here. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm sorry I kept you so late. Rose, you are on my list. If you have placed a $50 order in the last 6 months or so, you'll be on my list. So just know that. And if you want to pop me an email to have me check to make sure you get on the list, I can do that too. All right. Rest up. Get some vitamins in you. I will. Steve is feeding me good too. So I will do that, Joe. Thank you so much. Thanks, Pearl. You know what? If you can't laugh at stuff, you need to stay home. And I'm all about the laughter. So thank you. Thank you for noticing that. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.